encouragement on shows. I might have saw him one time, it is what it is. So it's like he's one of those gentlemen that you appreciate as a friend before you realize he's a friend, which is like in promoting your shows and going behind and way, way above and beyond his time to thank people in a way that probably goes unnoticed because he does it so much. And I think it goes underappreciated at times. So in my own way, I thank him and I appreciate you. Happy birthday, dude. And
Yeah,
with that, I pass, man.
I keep saying the same thing. I think we're so used to quid pro quo, right? So if
Yeah.
someone's being nice to you, you're like, what the fuck? Like, why? Um, but it's been several months and there's been no WTF moment for me. And when I speak to the people around him, I I know that people wouldn't just blindly follow this person without some type of connection, and he has touched all of us in a way. uh, Sometimes things, as you start to speak, your mind just goes in different directions, and you're just like, okay, stop it. But he has from a networking perspective really helped guide what I'm doing. And we've talked about this before. I'm scared every time this thing goes live. I'm scared right now because Kenneth's not coming up. And in my mind, I'm like, is he mad that I set this up? Because maybe he is. But I would love for him to come up and to speak for a second, and then we're all gonna go over to Just Jacks. Make sense? Okay. So, Noni, can you convince Daddy Kenny to get on?
I will do my best. I may have to bring out Kane and None together to for him to come up on stage. So please allow me a few minutes.
Yes, ma'am. And while we're doing that, um, Peter, people are saying that they love your background. Do you want to kind of talk about that beautiful background you got there?
Well, they have you to thank. You made the article either earlier today or late last night. I forget the timing. But you generated this image of Kenny,
Yeah,
so you can get the full glory of it without me in the frame.
yeah. So it was actually today, and what I didn't read, and I don't know if you guys are guilty of this, I saw his post saying it's his birthday, and I was like, oh my God, I need to do something. And I didn't read the post that he was thanking everybody in on his birthday for being a part of his journey. So I created that out of his, well, I didn't create it, let's be honest. I had LinkedIn going there, and since when do we need to convince Kenneth to come on stage? I don't know. Maybe it's like his birthday type of like I want to be like chill type of thing. I don't celebrate my birthdays. That's why I'm only 28. So, if you only celebrate it every 10 years, then you keep your age young. But anyway, so I did the post, and then I immediately thought I want to celebrate him. And I never want to celebrate anybody. I mean, I just don't. I don't celebrate birthdays much. Um, but today I felt a desire to, because he does so much and asks for so little. So that's what we did. And we got into a little group chat, and everybody was like, yeah, let's do it. So that's how much you're loved, Kenneth. And this was put together super quick. And that's why it's kind of, reminiscent of some of my other shows, which is kind of like, not scripted. Um, but we need you to come up. Come on. Come on. And you can say you're mad at us for doing it. But remember that we did it because we actually love you and we respect you and that we appreciate what you're doing. And people don't say that enough. They don't tell someone, thank you, you know, and I don't want to be that person. Or sorry. Jeremy, I don't want you to tell me how great I am after I die. Tell me now. I can't hear it after I die. You know, my best friend Peter, I'm always like, hey, my best friend, you know, so he knows he's appreciated. Um, and that doesn't go unnoticed. And you know, I'm just getting to meet Noni. I've only been to a couple of shows of Jax's, although we only interacted once. That is correct, but I've been to more than one of her shows. Kenneth sent an attachment. I'm attending. So, and he's laughing. So
Yeah,
for
he sent a Chris Evans uh image laughing. But I
so
did
what does that mean? We need the Kenneth translator, Noni. What does the laughter mean? Like,
That's just Daddy Kenny. He's always laughing. He always wants an excuse to laugh, and who wouldn't? And I asked him to share his delicious face with us on stage, and that's what's making him laugh.
he doesn't have to share his face because it's not that delicious. He can come on with just his photo. Wow, William, what is that you create in a hurry? I'm impressed. The drawing is so it was AI. I didn't create it. I took Kenny's uh, LinkedIn photo and then said, make it into a cartoon that has champagne, a disco ball, and in balloons. And then for my image, for the image for this, um, I recognized really early because I'm kind of a creative soul, Lisa, that it was going to be like Icon, right? And I think I did that because Janet Jackson just won the Icon Award like on Monday or last Monday. So I was like, okay, I'll do Icon. And so the icon on the image, um, it was supposed to be like a rock star and then like a Janet Jackson, then like a Diana Ross. So it was supposed to be all three, but they ended up looking just like Diana Ross. So I was just like, okay, fine. That we'll just go with her as an icon. So there you go. That's all of it. And it was quick and done, but it was done with love. So if Kenneth does not want to come up, we will not force him because it is his birthday. So he has the right to do whatever he feels comfortable with. But he is a legend, and everyone needs to recognize that the legend. Oh my God, this is a very interesting one. Um, I am shocked that we got you. It feels like, well, we can't see you yet, but you are on stage, my friend. Um, you are someone that I hear about all the time, but I don't think we've ever met. And it doesn't look like we're meeting right now.
Give me a second here, trying to figure out why
Oh,
the camera's not on.
okay. So Americo DaCosta,
How are you?
I am fantastic and shocked at the same time.
Wow.
Like
I don't know if I should be humbled or.
well, you are you're doing pretty big things out there.
I'm
And
trying.
yeah, and it does not go unnoticed. And you know, Mr. DaCosta, you know, I said, hey, I'd love for you to be on my my podcast one day, and he simply just sent me his calendar. You know, it wasn't a no, like, okay, pick a date. I don't have time to deal with you. Go through my people. If the date doesn't work, then we can't do it.
Well,
I'm just messing. I'm messing with you.
You make me feel so smug. That wasn't the intent.
I'm a kidder, you know, and it does not work well for those who have never met me before because they're like, all right, what is this guy trying to do? But yeah, so we don't need to see you. You could just tell us how Kenny has affected you and what your thoughts are of him. He is listening. I know that much. So,
well, I could tell you, Kenny is a connector of people, and he does such an amazing job. I know some days I question how can he and others like him be so many places at once and bring so many people together. And very often it's something that goes unnoticed, unappreciated, and I think putting this together for the guy is really a stand up thing that you did. I got the invite and was part of the chat this morning. I couldn't jump in, but here I am trying to figure out why my camera doesn't want. It probably has had enough of my head, and it's hurting from all the online activity I've had today.
Okay, no, you know what? The fact here's what's important, right? It's not how we show up; it's the fact that we did show up, and I think that is the part that is heartwarming. And everyone has a busy schedule. This was created hours ago, and everyone dropped what they had to do. Noni, said, "I can do it. It needs to be at this time," and then we just went along with it. So I'm glad that you're here. I would love to I would love to collab with you on something, and I will look at your calendar. I haven't yet, which means that I'm the actual jerk in this one, because you literally said, okay, pick a date, and I didn't even open the calendar. So I need to do that, and I think that we can have a really great conversation. But this is not about me. This is about Kenneth. I am super excited, Americo, that you actually came. So, Kenneth, I know you're listening again. I want you to recognize that people that don't even know each other got together because of you. We put your name out there and said we wanted to do something, and here he is. So that says a lot about who you are, Kenneth, as a person. There you go. Anything else anybody wants to add? We have 7 minutes, and then I've promised. Well, where did America go? We have 7 minutes, and then I promised Jax that we would go to I would go to just Jax. I'm sorry, I can't speak for the crowd. After this, so that she can actually join this without it interrupting what she already had scheduled, right? So we don't want to take people away from her show.
Bill, I wanted to share something. I already wrote that in the private chat, but I'll say it out loud because I don't care.
Yep.
And that is that Daddy Kenny also has the best teeth in the world, and they are completely in shape and very, very white. And I'm like, Daddy Kenny, you have the best teeth in the world, despite eating all that 72% dark chocolate all the time. So just want to let you know.
Okay, so let's let you know I am a podcaster. I ask the hard questions. Does he take them out at night?
You'll have to ask him that, Bill.
Because you gave him all these compliments about his teeth, but if he sits them in a cup after after the show, that's a whole different thing. I mean, we cannot compare my yellow stained teeth to the porcelains that he got made 2 days ago.
No, I can assure you that they are real teeth.
Okay. All
They're
right.
real, and they're very white.
They're his real teeth. He grew them in his mouth.
Yes. Yes. I can assure you.
Okay.
There he is.
Oh! Not only do we get him back, but we get to see him. Where are you from, America?
So I reside in just north of Toronto, but
Okay.
I am originally Portuguese. So to answer the question, could go either way. Where am I from, or where am I at?
Actually, it's really both, and I think at this point, it's where are you residing?
So
I think
I'm in Toronto.
Got you. And so, did you ever live in the States?
No, have family in the States.
Originally,
Well, frequent. Look, there he is. There's the
What?
birthday boy.
He actually showed up.
I think it's because of the teeth thing. He wants to prove that he has real teeth.
But that's one of the reasons why I did that push, because I know a person that will refuse to let someone say something negative without proving himself. So I was intentional. I knew what I was doing. Go ahead, Kenneth. Now he's
Keep it
gone.
real.
Oh, that's all you had to say. So you get all this love poured out on you today, and the only thing that you want to say is my teeth are real.
Absolutely.
You don't want to thank Americo for showing up, and Peter for getting the links out for us, and Jeremy dropping everything he did. He texted me 3 times and told me, I'm not going to joke, because when I joke, people don't get it. But he did text me. He did text me 3 times. He did not call me stupid. I was going to say that, and said, you've given me this link multiple times, but you've never told me what time to show up. And I'm like, oh, 8:30. And he did not want to be late. So that's the truth, right? All right. So
True.
I think at this point, Kenneth, we would love to hear from you. We want to go over to Just Jack's. I want to be conscious of the 9 o'clock cutoff so that we can get there. But these last few minutes are yours and only yours, and they're dedicated to the love that we feel for you. And we want to hear about how great you think America is. So that's what you should dedicate these last 2 minutes to him, because I'm shocked. Like, I feel like Michael Jackson just walked in the room. He's been dead 20 years.
This was totally unexpected, Will.
That's what we intended.
I didn't
I
ask
was
you,
afraid you weren't going to show up.
I didn't ask you to do this.
No, you did not. You didn't ask any of us to be here.
Well, you kind of did, Kenny. There was a
How?
live we were at the other day, and you did remind us, hey, don't forget, my birthday's coming up. So we didn't forget. We're here. We're here to celebrate the birthday.
Well,
So we're listening.
Well,
We're
thank
hearing you.
Thank you.
And we remember you. Look at that. I got my own plug-in. Be seen, be heard, be remembered.
There he is.
He does have teeth. He does. And he exists. And he looks just like that person behind Peter Muffler.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure that's not a photo? Because Daddy Kenny's face is not moving, or nor his eyes.
I could see he
Oh.
was moving just a little bit.
Thank you all so much for showing up for me tonight.
Why do you do what you do? What is the power behind what you're doing?
We all should be that way. Just because we're all human beings and we all deserve to be respected and listened to and be loved.
That's excellent. That's an excellent reason. And it pulls me to say what I was going to say earlier today, which is exactly what Kenneth just said. Right now, we're in the middle of we're at a place where people aren't living their authentic selves, or they're afraid to not be able to live their authentic selves. And we're in the middle of Pride Month and other things. And what I want to say is I love you for who you are. And I'm not speaking to Kenneth. I'm speaking to anybody out there that needs to hear it. I don't need to be trans to understand that you have rights and that you should be loved and respected for the choices that you make. I don't need to, want to marry a man to say that if that's what you want to do, you should have that right. And I should support that. If I don't want to marry a man, then I'm not going to marry a man. It's just as simple as that. but it doesn't mean that I'm not going to support anyone out there that wants to do that. And there are so many times where people make life changes and choices on how they treat people when they find out about their grandson or their granddaughter or. But if it doesn't hit them directly, they don't have tolerance. And so I think everyone, as Kenneth just said, deserves to be heard. I think that everyone, as long as it's respectful, you be you, and continue to do that and speak your truth without judgment from any of us, because none of us have walked in Americo's shoes and knows what it took him to walk from Portugal to Toronto. I mean, I don't know if they had cars back then. Like, we don't know. None of us know these answers. I mean, he fought off sharks, swimming across the channel. I mean, I don't know. So how can I judge his walk? I can't, and nor do I want to. I don't want to be in the position to pass judgment on someone else's life. I want to be exactly like Kenny, someone that supports you for who you are and champions you for what you want to do.
Don't lie about your age.
My mother,
Bill is only 31 years
No,
old.
he's not.
I'm 28. No,
No,
you're getting
not.
this wrong.
My
No, you're
apologies,
not.
my apologies.
No, you're
Okay,
not.
okay. So we're 3 minutes over. I am so excited about this. I'm glad people showed up. We have a ton of comments over here. Kenneth, man, I just can't wait to see what next year brings. And I hope we just become closer and closer and closer.
Yes.
You are magnificent. And
I know. I love to hear it though. At least half 100. I know that for sure.
I'm at least half 100.
Yes.
Bye, Kenneth. All right, everyone. And with that little nugget of bullshit, we are officially out. I will let Americo do the last spots since he is the person that I am most shocked that came in. You can give our final thoughts on Kenneth. Do it like a eulogy.
Do it like a eulogy. No, we can't do that because Kenneth lives on forever.
Damn right.
I can't do that. If you're going to respect someone, respect them for not only who they are, where they're at, but remember them when they're here. And Kenny's here, so we're not going to pretend like this is a eulogy. This is a celebration of life, celebration of the LinkedIn effect that brings all corners of the earth closer together, makes us feel seamless, makes us feel welcome. And we don't think about it, but Kenny is very philanthropic. The way he gives back to the community, we don't put too much thought into it, but even his comments, his delectable comments just put a smile on so many people's face and lighten and brighten up each of the live events that he attends. So for that, my friend, hats off. Here.
Oh my God, you have hair. I'm jealous.
And so happy birthday, no matter what it is or whatever square root of the number you chose.
67.
Congratulations,
Yeah.
and it's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
Hey, Kenneth, so do you have the Just Jack's link? Because we're going to go over there.
Yes, I do.
All right. I appreciate if you can email it to me. We love you. We'll see you soon. What's so funny?
Happy Daddy Kenny.
And also, Peter, I want that background for me. How do I get it?
You just take a screenshot of what you made.
Oh.
That's all I did. Screenshot, put it as my background before I jumped in the studio.
Okay.
It works pretty well. It looks good.
It looks like a whole
I love it.
wallpaper. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna actually turn that into wrapping paper. For gifts. All right, guys. Talk soon. See you
All right.
over at Just Jack's. Everyone going?
Yes.
All right. Bye.
Someone drop the link.
All right.
Take care.
Bye.
Thank